So the AI component to this is going to be basically a suggestion of a sort. It says, hey,
with reasoning. So specifically,
reasoning, right? So it's going to say, hey, we suggest you should drop this price by X amount. Here's where it's going to position you in the market, and here's exactly why, and the reasoning behind that. And it's up to you to just say yes or no.
Yeah, but the reasoning is very important too, because you see, a lot of car dealers will doubt the suggestion right off the bat, and we understand that. We're okay with you doubting a suggestion that just told you, you know what, you should lower your price by $500, for example. But the reasoning will back itself up. How it does it? It actually uses all the information, as I said before, on the table or the market, technically, our GMR report, and it literally express the reasoning. So it tells you, okay, you got you got another dealership that have a similar vehicle in terms of mileage and price, that or let's say it's lower price, and it sits about a couple miles away from you, not too far away from you, and that's a very good reason why you should lower the price for that unit. And that reasoning, in my opinion, is very kind of transparent, to not just give you a suggestion, but to actually give you the reasoning behind the scenes why you should do so. And again, there's some situations where, let's say, you might be positioning your price just right and you're very competitive on the price, and maybe you shouldn't be lowering the price, and therefore the actual balloon, in that case, the price drop suggestion will say, do not lower the price. And that's important to know too, because sometimes we lowering the price where it's not a good timing. Maybe we have a lead that we're talking to in the recent week, or maybe one of my salespeople talking to somebody, and I'm not aware of that. Let's say, and that's something that will literally give you an alert in a way. A, do not, and why? Again, going back to the reasoning, is that's why, because you have George, the salespeople, a person in this case, salesperson in this case, which is talking to Mrs. Sarah, right? And Sarah is interested in the vehicle in the last couple of days, and therefore you shouldn't be lowering the price. And that's something that's another factor that the AI does. So it takes everything in consideration, not just the table, but it takes even your leads and everything that it's sitting in your CRM, in your ecosystem, or our ecosystem technically, that you can leverage into an understanding. And that understanding leads you to make better decisions at a glance, and that's makes a difference. That's a huge difference for every car dealer, regardless of your size. Either you're a small dealer, you're indie, or you're a big franchise dealer, a group, let's say, that you have on every lot 250 used vehicles, or I don't know, 500 new vehicles. It doesn't really matter, honestly. So the bottom line is you're always competing on the price.
But the goal of this table, this is not built for dealers to go in and to crunch numbers and do math and do analysis every day on this. This entire table is built to understand where, at a glance, to understand where you're at. But it is really the foundation of the AI that's going to be coming and taking a lot of different angles which you could not humanly comprehend, which is leads, how recently you talked to this lead, what your price is, because just like the objective is not to drop price. We all hate dropping price because it drops our margin. The goal is to only drop price when there is value. So if you're talking to a lead today, why would you drop the price? It makes no sense.